Manchester United in the Europa League. Europa League. We tell them one time and we say Europa League.
Yes, people, welcome back to United View. As you hear it, the infamous Europa League theme tune by myself and KG. Will this be the last time we hear this? Because if this is the last time we hear this, it will also be for some time, because it ain't going to be next year. Be no
special
Euro,
theme songs.
nothing.
Yeah, special theme songs to be disappearing. Won't be doing one for Carabao Cup.
Yes, none of that. So please smash a like just for that. Smash a like instantly to just support the fact that that's not going to be the last time you hear this theme tune this year. And you're actually going to keep hearing that theme tune all the way till May. Whenever the final is, I don't know when it is, May the 20 something, I don't know, but whenever it is in Bilbao, all the way to there, and then we will swap it out for the big boy theme tune, unlike Villa last night. But yes, it is the preview. Man United taking on Lyon. Now, the big news from today, of course, was Andre Onana does start in goal. Yeah. No need for you to look at what the team news is going to be tomorrow, Owen, wondering what's going on a couple of hours before. You've got that one in the bag already. Andre Onana does start for Manchester United against Lyon, and Joshua Zirkzee is out for the rest of the season as well. And listen, it shows the turnaround he's had, that he pulls up injured and we're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And obviously Dr. Fleck, I did say I'm going to have the chance to look at this, but I was like,
well, we're at that stage, aren't we, as well now, where, because if someone's, when you say they're out for the season, you go, wow, sounds like a long injury. And then you realize that actually the season's like 5-6 weeks. It's not actually that huge amount of time, but it still is disappointing. And like, he scored in the first leg. So we're going to need him. As far as Onana goes, after the weekend, I can't say I'm shocked, because I thought,
there wasn't enough there, was it?
No. If we would have won the game, maybe, but not to say that we lost because of Bayern, because that's not fair.
No, we didn't. The game was done by the time you made that mistake.
But we both said, didn't we, coming out of the game, well, there's not really, you can get away with it now. But what will happen is, if there is another mistake from Andre Onana, on Ruben Amorim's head be it, because now he's co-signed playing him. So if he does cost us, and we go out of the competition because of an Onana mistake, then people will still point fingers to Andre Onana, but then they'll point fingers to the person who said, he should play, which is.
But what should he? But in this moment, then, just to clarify, because he hasn't got much options. Like, I'm saying, free Tom Heaton, just play him. But in all honesty, let's just be real with how football actually works. I know I'm saying in emotion and like, no, he is generally better than Onana. He is. But he hasn't played in a long time. Yeah, I don't even think he's played for us, has he? He hasn't played a competitive game for us, has
Not competitively, no. I think just
pre-season. Just hasn't. It's on tour and stuff. So, like, it would be a big ask. It's not something of a top. Like, you just don't do that sort of stuff, do you? Out of River. And not only that, he actually has been injured for ages. So, he hasn't even been training. Like, it's not like, do you know what I mean? So, I know I've said, like, play free Heat and it'd be better. But, like, if we did legitimately play him, it would be like, fucking hell, he's never even played for us, and he's been injured for time, and he's old. So we would be like, oh, I don't know about that. But he is better than him. Bayern, mate, like you said, he's not good. He's not good.
No. And that's why I stressed the whole,
because of him. But
that's why
he didn't do enough to make we'll probably be better with, But then in the other Europa League games, he did play.
Yeah, he did okay. And obviously that Arsenal game, he did well. But
so
that's why it was important to stress.
At home.
It's important. That's why it was important to stress. Like, saying Onana shouldn't play isn't a massive endorsement of Bayern. They're two separate things. They're separate issues. We just don't have very good goalkeepers. But Onana is now going to play.
Has he arrived at the right conclusion? Just about. Or no, just Onana's so bad.
No, because I didn't see the weekend as like, that means like Bayern is going to make us worse. I didn't feel that. Like, again, the mistake he made for the fourth one. I think so, yeah. Because the mistake he made for the fourth one, like I said, Onana's made that mistake, and any goalkeeper will make that mistake. If you're playing out from the back, you always run the risk. But I suppose it's the last thing you want to do when you're, because if he just played it steady, if he could do nothing about the 4 goals, zero about them
Yeah.
all, and he could probably do nothing about the majority of them apart
Well,
from
it
that
was only
fourth
the last one.
then it would have been easier for Ruben. But I just think that
I don't know, man.
he's going to go with his number one.
I agree. I probably would have felt better with Bayindir, and now it's a massive test on Andre Onana's mental strength again, which he failed that test only this time last week. So
Yeah.
he had a mental test after the Matic thing, chose to stoke it up more on social media and in person, walking up to them, doing all of that, and giving it to them when we scored, and ultimately was at fault for 2 goals. How is it going to be? Ruben's argument is, I've left him out now. He didn't even travel. Clear your head, get your head ready, have a week off, obviously training that, and get yourself ready because you need a performance of a lifetime. Andre Onana needs a performance of a lifetime. He cannot afford, of course, for obvious reasons, to screw us over again with more bullshit. He can't.
But the opposite can happen. The opposite can happen.
You
You
could
when
have
you're
a great
taken
game,
out.
and
Well, I mean, the opposite I'm thinking of is that of what Ruben's intention is. So the intention is to take him out, clear your head, and then you'll be focused for the next game. But the other way to look at it is it's a lot of pressure, isn't it? Because like they say, if you've got like a phobia, of whatever,
get back in there straight away.
Yeah, exactly. Like they say, if you go
fear
like,
driving or
the
something.
gym, fear of driving or going outside or going to a public space or whatever makes you a bit edgy. They just go, the worst thing you can do is leave it for ages. You know what I mean? The best thing to do is just straight back in right after an incident, straight back in, because then you don't allow your brain to make it a big thing. You just get back into the routine, do it again, get repetition. And sometimes if you make such a scene of the normal, which would be for him playing a match of football, then that makes pressure on the simple things, claiming crosses, saving shots, kicks.
I really hope, which this is through gritted teeth, but I really hope that we just don't have to be talking about him during the game.
No.
Just or after, you know what I mean? Like
for good or bad. For good or bad.
For good or bad.
Nothing to do. Yeah.
Just nothing to do. Hopefully we're not talking about him because, we were fairly comfortable. We raced into a 2-0 lead. We managed the game. They didn't really have anything. He had a couple of gathers. I call them gathers, not saves. Shots from far, you just kind of pick up. They're not really saves. Over the bar, have to take a couple goal kicks. So hopefully it's that. But the gut feeling tells me he's going to be busy. He's going to have stuff to do. They will get shots off.
There'll be moments.
And especially now they're smelling blood on him as well. They're going to shoot on sight. Sight,
you'd take
mate.
a few, wouldn't you? Yeah.
You'd be an idiot not to. So like some Mikatadze and Zirkzee, etc. We will see, but they will be on it. And we'll see if Matic maybe comes in for this game. I know they've rested it. He didn't play against us, but then played in the week and then again the weekend. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But because it's at Old Trafford to manage the thing, they might just go, listen, I tell you what, Matic, you'll probably be right. You can get it, Who knows? Lacazette looked sharp when he came on, if I'm honest. What happened? Did Mikatadze go out to the right or the left when he came on? Or go into the 10? I can't remember what they did. But they were both on the pitch at the same time.
Yeah, and he nearly got an assist being on the floor, didn't he? He was when he was on the floor and he still managed to...
he had two or three open looks, Lacazette. Yeah. So, boy. So, yeah. But to our team, I mean, listen, obviously Rasmus Højlund has to have a big generational game. Or he gets bypassed again and Bruno just saves us. And he wasn't... Because we can win this game with a lot of players not playing good. Of
course. That's the other thing. That's the other thing that must be pointed out. Obviously, we spoke about Onana a lot because obviously the news and the headlines and that. But that was the frustrating thing last week, wasn't it? Is that we come out of that going, we drew that. Like, we're better than them. They're not that great. We all that chatter about going away. Can we handle the atmosphere? It was the familiar... bit like we played Galatasaray last year in the Champions League. It's going to be really intense. And actually, we handled it really well. And we should have won that game. And we'll get chances and get opportunities. So I think the general consensus was, whilst we didn't win, and that was annoying last week, it is still 2-2. It's level. A bit like when we play Real Sociedad. Get them at home. We should still have enough to get over the line and go through. Whatever it is, think about Bilbao or Rangers or whoever it may be, or how far we can actually go. We still should have enough, you would think, to get through
getting
against Lyon.
More bare boat. It's getting, so you take out Zirkzee, the Onana thing, you're adding 2 extra problems in that we were already shit when they were.
Lucky you got people coming back, Ken. You know what I mean? Lucky you got Mason Mount.
It'd be interesting to see if he, Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he does shake it up a little bit, because there's a lack of quality without Zirkzee there. So
Yeah.
how does he counter that? Does he just? It's as simple as just put Rasmus there, and you still go with Bruno and Garnacho. The team's pretty much picks itself. Or does he try something a little bit different? Do you get a Kobbie Mainoo in there from the start, or a Mason Mount in there from the start, and put Bruno back one and drop a Ugarte? Or but I don't think he will for a European. Like, I think Ugarte's this guy. I can't see him taking him out. He has been quite limited, but I don't know. If there was going to be one, I think it would be that. For Casemiro's the one who definitely play. It's whether Ugarte might come out and put Bruno back one to get a little bit of more control in that too, because you don't have it in the one in Rasmus, because Zirkzee would look after the ball all right, and you might want to keep the ball better with a Mason Mount or a what do you call him, Kobbie, along partnered with Garnacho. So.
Well, it's
Yeah,
interesting when we beat Real Sociedad 4-1 at Old Trafford. That was when Ugarte was injured, so he went with Casemiro and Bruno in midfield, and then in the 10s it was Garnacho, Zirkzee, and Højlund. So he might go with a thing of a bit like in that game of, actually, if I'm a little bit more aggressive and not actually that defensive, we can kind of maybe not blow them away, but if we get an early goal, that'll be enough to settle us, basically.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because even though they scored first in that game with the penalty, we were on them, and we were flying forward after that.
Yeah,
and maybe that's what he'll be thinking. So maybe he does start with a Bruno in the deeper 8, alongside either Ugarte or Casemiro. In the 10s, you still have Garnacho. You don't have Zirkzee, so maybe that is where you go either Kobbie or Mason Mount, Højlund up front,
because they'll make it 6. It's the same as if Zirkzee was playing. What's the most like for someone who can control? Exactly. Yeah. So we shall see. I think the rest of the team picks itself. I think the back three clearly will be Mazraoui, Maguire, and Euro. I don't see it being anything that Heaven didn't even train. Evans is only fresh back. Lindelof was rubbish. And what's his face? Delict is obviously still injured. So there's nothing else you can do at the centre backs. And the full backs, wing backs, obviously is going to be Dalot and Dorgu. So, I mean, is Harry Amas registered?
I don't know.
He is.
I'm not sure.
That would be a shock, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So there you go. So we pretty much know the team. It's only that 10 position. We know Højlund's going to be up front. We definitely know Garnacho is going to start. It's what happened. It's the Ugarte one. Does he take Ugarte out and put Bruno for 110, or does he just roll out the same team and just change Højlund for Zirkzee? Because he did like the continuity, and we were good. We were right against them. So we shall see. Predictions. Owen, are we going through?
Yes, we're going to go through. Do you know what? Actually, I think it's going to be maybe a little bit more straightforward than maybe we think it's going to be. I do think it's going to be a bit similar to the Sociedad one. Maybe we go goal down. I'm going to go with 3-1 Manchester United, Flex.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be okay. I really hope so. I really hope that's right.
We've got enough about us. I think we've got.
I don't know, man. It's the Onana thing and the Zirkzee thing now is a big problem for me. I'm really worried. I think it'll be very tight. I think 1-1 for large periods, and then we nick. And no. Then we nick one, a 2-1 win. 2-1 win. It could even be an extra time. It's not. This is going to be. Oh my god! Please just get through. Like, there's gonna. I can feel it. I don't think it's going to be as calm as you're saying. I hope I'm wrong. Smash a like on the video, peeps. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let us know your predicted lineups. Let us know your prediction for the game. And remember, later on tonight as well. Around about 50 minutes time. We will be doing a watch along over on the Football Flex for Asna against Real Madrid, hoping that Real Madrid come back with the massive comeback, but it's not going to happen. Anyway, or will it? Take care, people. We're out of here. Peace.